As we are inching closer towards 22nd of January 2024, the people of this country are ready to celebrate Diwali for the second time. But how special is this for the people? How special is this for the universities? And how special is this for every Indian? To talk on this, I am being joined by the Vice Chancellor of Jawaharlal Nehru University in the national capital, Professor Shantishree Dhulipudi Pandit. Thank you so much, ma'am, for speaking to Times Network. Ma'am, each and every Indian is very much excited. The wait for 500 years will now finally be over when the idol of Ram Lala will be placed in the Sanctum Sanctorum. How do you think that, how big achievement is this for all of us?
See, one thing is this is a paradigm shift because the Bharatiya civilization state is redeeming its asta, asmita, because it is my self pride, self esteem as a Bharatiya. And I think this is a very important event for every Bharatiya. Like, see, in Indonesia, whatever is your faith, every Indonesian is proud, the Garuda of Garuda, Ganpati. In India, I don't understand why are we so divisive. Ram represents each one of us. It is one of the greatest epics ever written in the world. And I think Ram has not only, been the central figure in many of the stories, not only told in North India, but even South India. We have Kamba Ramayan, and then also in Southeast Asia. So he is somebody that is united the Indic or the Bharatiya civilization throughout its civilizational contacts. So I think today on 22nd, it is a great day where tradition meets modernity and realm meets region. And I think Ram represents this change with continuity for us. It is not any temple movement. It is something that is, a redeemer aspect. And I think we as Bharatiya should be proud because it is time that our self-respect, self-esteem and pride is being restored. And this is a very important moment.
Ma'am, your roots lies in southern India. You are also connected to the northern part. How do you feel? What are the sentiments in both the sides of this country?
I think, see, the Bharatiya civilization is known for its plurality. Ekam Sat Vipraha Bahuda Vadanti. So Ram also represents that. You see, he has been part. It is wrong to say that people in the south don't revere Ram. I think Tamil Nadu, the state I come from, is the most Hinduized state in India. You slip and fall, you have a temple. And Ram there is, because Ram is Vishnu. And Vishnu is Lord Venkateshwara or even Maharashtra Panduranga. So different avatars. And I think this is something that is a civilizational spirit. Like other faiths have Vatican and Mecca. I think the Hindus also have their Asta and their Kshetrasthan. For us, the sacred geography is very important. And this sacred geography is older than the Abrahamic religions. So people claiming that, we are building it on somebody else's is historically wrong.
Prime Minister has also released an audio message yesterday, in fact, appealing to the people of this country to celebrate this Diwali at their home itself, to light diyas. And in fact, he's also going to follow this ritual for 11 consecutive days. And in fact, he himself is the Mukhya Yajman for the Pran Pratishtha ceremony of 22nd of January. How do you see this entire message that's been conveyed by him?
See, I see the Prime Minister as a non-partisan because the Prime Minister of every country represents you and me. He doesn't belong to a political party. And from 2014 onwards, I see Prime Minister Narendra Modi as the tallest spokesperson of the greatest story of democracy. Because I don't think there's any other leader as popular as he is. And number two, he has also been the cultural, the redeemer as well as the modernizer of a civilization state searching for cultural justice. And I think it is very important, like every other people want their own religion or faith or their civilization, their culture to be respected. I think the Hindus also want it. And this is very important. And he has been one of the greatest spokesperson, not only for the Indian democracy, but also for India's culture and civilization.
As you rightly pointed out, that it is a matter of faith. There are many who are saying that now it has become a state sponsored event, a political event. How do you see this, ma'am?
See, the question is the what to say there in many other. See, for example, are really Western democracies secular? You have the American president taking oath on the Bible, and you call America a great democracy. Is Bible a secular thing? See, the question is why when it comes only to Hindus, really speaking, Hindus are the ones who are really don't have one God or one book. See, it is only Abrahamic faiths that have this type of an idea. Whereas for the Hindus, it is more a movement, is a way of life. And I think it is this way of life that we have to celebrate. So whether you are Christian, Muslim, atheist, agnostic, you're a Bharatiya. And Ram represents all of us. And he represents some quality that each one of us can follow. That doesn't mean Ram is just Ram alone, it's Siya Ram. So even Sita is there. So it is the balance. See, for us, gender is not in opposition. People talk as in the West, it is a question of opposition. If male versus female, we don't have that. For us, it is Ardhanarishwar, balance. And it is the same with Ram, Sita. Wherever Ram is there, Sita is also there. And I think we are the only religion where Ram is called Sitapati, Vishnu is called Lakshmipati, and Shiva is called Umapati. We don't have the ulta. Sita is not called Rampatni. So this we are a feminist civilization, and let us celebrate it and let us have pride. And I think this is very much necessary for the Bharatiya civilization.
Many reactions are pouring in as far as the consecration ceremony is concerned. Now, there are four Shankaracharyas who have penned down a letter, their statements that they will not be attending due to some particular reasons. Now, the opposition parties are calling calling the government or the PM as anti-Sanatan because they are not respecting the sentiments of the Shankaracharyas. So, how do you see this? Is it really like that?
See, basically, one thing we have to understand that in Hinduism, Shaiva Agamanas are very different from Shivas from Vaishnavites. Vaishnavism has only two main agamas, that means what you have to follow as per rituals. And Ram is a representative of Vishnu. So hence I would say that Shankaracharyas, whatever they say, there might be according to their Shastra. But that doesn't mean they're against any of the Pran Pratishthan that the Prime Minister as the head of the state is doing it. Earlier we had it at Somnath, where Rajendra Prasad went and Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel also went. And that was also for redeeming our national pride and asta and self-esteem. So I think such minor things should not be brought up. And I think the Shankaracharyas themselves are great seers by themselves. And I think the Shiva and the Vaishnavite, especially below the Vindhyas, they are very conservative and they have different opinions. It's very different from the north. So they might have expressed their opinion. See, we are a way of life where dissent is a part of our civilization. So take it that way, part of democracy. This is our religious democracy.
Right. Shankaracharya Swami Shri Sadanand Saraswat, while speaking to Times Network exclusively, he has in fact said that this is a major event and many people sacrificed their lives for this moment. And in fact, time must have been chosen as per Shastras, that is for 22nd of January. And in fact, he is also thanking Prime Minister to make it possible. Do you agree to him?
See, I totally agree because see, this itself from 2014, I would see the Prime Minister as a cultural redeemer. Because you see, this is a civilization that has always been told that you had nothing by yourself. It was the invaders who may civilized you, which is absolutely now scientific. Archaeological evidence is coming out like Rakhi Gargi, that we are 8,000 years old, carbon dating. Science doesn't lie. So if you see, it says that we were an outward civilization. When the Europeans were picking up stones, we were already an urbanized, civilized country. And the so-called north-south divide also is a lie, because if you see, the Tamil Brahmi script is very close to the Indus Valley script. So if you see, this all was done with a certain agenda, a certain importance. As they rightly say, the Marxists say that ideology is written for some person and some purpose. So they did it for some purpose. So now I think it is the purpose of all nationalist, culturally, what to say, Indians, oriented Indians, that this moment we should support the Prime Minister. And I think I'm very happy that he has made this possible.
As far as 22nd January is concerned, not only national dignitaries but international, from people across the world, across the globe, have been invited for this particular day. There are also the senior leaders from our country. In fact, several political parties have been invited. Now, some are ready, some are agreeing to the fact that yes, they should go, some are disagreeing to it, some are criticizing it, some are rejecting the invite. Do you think that these all things should not be seen with a political lens? And as you said that this is a matter of faith, so it should be seen with that lens. How do you respond to it?
My question is, why does it become political only when Hindus are involved? Why with other religions people go and stand up everywhere? People go to Vatican, people go to Mecca, nobody objects. So does it become political at the time? I think I would not, it is personal choices, but at the same time I would say that this is a national moment. Please don't bring politics with it. And this is a civilizational moment where every Bharatiya should be proud, irrespective of whether you are come from any faith. I think we should be proud. Whether you believe that Ram is a god or not is a different matter, but Ram is a symbol of India's unity in diversity.
Ma'am, if you get the invitation, will you go?
I haven't got the invitation, but I will go whenever Lord Ram calls, because in south or below the Vindhyas, we believe that God will call you at the right appropriate time. If He doesn't call you, you cannot visit a Kshetrasthan. So I am a proud Hindu, and I believe that whenever God calls me, I will go.
But on 22nd January, if you're being called, will you go?
Yes, if I'm called, I may go, but as so far I haven't got, but I will celebrate at home. I will see it through television, and I'll be very proud, because it makes me connect with my past and gives me a pride that we the Hindus are also a great civilization which is as great as any other civilization. And we are not one that have to be a defeated society, but a society that are great victors. And I think Narendra Modi, Prime Minister Modi, is realizing the dreams of Mahatma Gandhi of Ram Rajya.
Ma'am, you said that Ram exists or not, it is their own point of view. And in fact, there have been several questions raised on and on since past many years. Its existence, its, say it be the Setu that was constructed in affidavit everywhere. Now, do you think that this particular movement will be putting a full stop to all these questions and the struggles that the people have faced?
See, doubting Thomases will remain, but these people are also anti-constitution. Have you seen the original constitution? Nandalal Bose has made Ram into a legal person. Ram, Sita, everybody is painted in the original Constitution of India. And how can you oppose the Constitution of India when the Constitution of India, which was signed by everybody in 1950, has the paintings of Lord Ram? So Lord Ram is a legal person also. So if those those critics who say we stand by the Constitution of India are now disobeying the Constitution of India, because Ram is constitutionally also legitimate.
As far as JNU is concerned, will there be any program or any live telecast for the students studying over here in JNU?
No, JNU is we believe in the Indian Hindu Bharatiya philosophy of each can decide what they want to do on that day. There will be nothing from the administration. Privately, anybody can do what they want.
Okay. But any message to the students, to the youngsters that you would like to give?
I would only say that Jawaharlal Nehru University is a university that is on taxpayers' money. It is an Indian university. It is a university that represents Bharatiya culture and civilization. And every student on campus, from anywhere from the country, should feel one with this moment of not only triumph but of self-esteem and self-pride.
Okay. Ma'am, last question I would like to ask you that, in fact, those who are politicizing it, those who are putting several allegations on it, keeping all that aside, but do you think now India is progressing towards the vision of New Bharat, the Naya Bharat?
See, you will always have detractors. See, who throws stones? Nobody throws stones at the tree that has no fruits. Only tree that has fruits. So somebody who's performing, you would like to criticize because you may not be able to perform as well. And I think India is going towards the Amrit Kal. And I think it is very important, whoever, what to say, the Prime Minister represents each one of us. And Viksit Bharat is a dream for every young person. And I think this is the most transformatory moment for all the young people, because when I was a student, this type of transformations we never saw. You're seeing a lot of transformations in science and technology, in entrepreneurship. We are the fifth largest economy, and today we are being respected. Earlier we were rule takers. Now we are rule makers, then we'll be rule shapers. And that is what is important. And this is important for every Indian. Whatever you are, every Bharatiya should be proud of this, because each one of us make this nation.
The world is also watching us with a different perspective.
Yes, because I think the world is respecting us now. Earlier we were never taken very seriously. You can see the big powers. Everybody respects power, whether you like it or not. And I think today there's a lot of respect, and even the growth, the way our Prime Minister has gone beyond third worldism, and the way we conducted the G20, and Ram is a representation of all that. Even at the G20, you saw that our civilizational aspect was so beautifully put up from every part of the country. You have Lord Shiva from south as Nataraja. So,
Ma'am, last question. What you will be doing at home? Will you be lighting diya? Will you be celebrating it in some different manner? What will you be doing? What will be your plan for that day?
basically for me, day of January 22 is a working day. So I'll come to office, because for me work is worship. But at the same time, I will be watching television. It will be a moment of great pride for me. Yes, for me also it will be a Diwali, a day of celebration. Because for me as a Bharatiya, I think it is a moment of glory, because this is a time that I'm trying to say that I have a civilization that unites each and every Indian.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So this was the Vice Chancellor of JNU speaking exclusively to Times Network, and in fact highlighting the fact that yes, every Indian is now aspiring for the mission of Viksit Bharat, and perhaps waiting for that historical day of 22nd of January when the consecration ceremony will take place. With camera person Janaran, I am Tejshree for Times Network from Delhi.